We got to talk about AI.
What's going on today?
Well, Jensen Huang and NVIDIA just had their earnings call.
What's the earning?
A lot of money.
A lot of money, so guess
Really a lot of money.
still a lot of people want their chips.
Yeah, apparently so. This AI craze at the moment is still going, at least to Jensen Huang. And there was one really big thing that he said, and this is where a lot of people are fighting over essentially, is basically which companies will survive and which companies will basically go away.
So I think, my opinion, only the number one big company will survive.
Well, it depends what category. So, for example, a good example is Adobe. Like, do we have to use Adobe?
These days, there's a lot other software or even just web page that we can use instead of Adobe.
Yeah, and in fact, one thing that Adobe did that really pissed off a lot of people, and I think you know, right?
No, I don't know.
They went to subscription base.
Oh yeah. I don't want any subscription.
Because back before you could just buy it and it was yours. Lifetime, like it was yours. And then I don't remember when they went to subscription, but they basically almost all the software companies are kind of doing that, right? So the idea then would be if this AI software works, companies can basically just use Adobe's example, can do all the stuff in-house with the robots, the AI agents, and then cut every contract with Adobe and you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, those companies basically gonna close.
Yeah. So Jensen Huang, he says something different though.
How different?
So his idea is that we're gonna have the robots use Photoshop, basically use Adobe. That's his. So he's saying Adobe won't go away. The robots will use Adobe.
So what's the point we are using robot?
Right. well, because we don't have to use Adobe anymore, but someone will use it, right?
Yeah. So the AI going to use Adobe instead of human, right?
Right.
But AI supposed more smarter.
Okay.
Then doesn't need to use Adobe. Use other way to do the same job.
Right. So that's the argument against is that a company would just have the robot just skip Adobe and just like write their own Adobe or whatever,
and
basically.
Plus, using the AI, because of you're cutting the cost. Part of it, right?
Well, that's the idea. You fire people.
You don't. Fire people, but you don't have to pay for Adobe too.
Right. That's the idea. Now, Jensen Huang also says that Adobe will survive, just for example, Adobe, it could be ServiceNow, it could be Salesforce, whatever, that they'll survive because they're going to make AI agents and then you don't need your AI agents. So I guess we would then pay for Adobe's agents.
Agent.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Does that sound practical to you? That's according to Jensen Huang.
I don't know. It's kind of still early. We're early stage of the all about the AI stuff, right? So what if everyone use their own AI? So who's using whose AI?
and it's funny. Do you remember there's a TV or a movie actually called The Incredibles? Do you remember this? The Disney show. It's like about superhero family.
Oh yeah.
And one of the sort of key lines of the movie is like, if everyone has superpowers or if everyone's special, then no one's special. So AI is kind of like that. If we're all using AI, then it's like...
And it's not... I don't know.
it doesn't... You don't stand out as having like massive value anymore, right? So, but that's a question we're all dealing with at the moment. Some companies or organizations are pushing more to use this stuff than others. I keep seeing in comments, people are like, yeah, my company just signed up for it. We have it. Other people say they hate it. So these days, you know Microsoft Windows, right? So we don't, I have a Mac, so we mostly use that. But the latest Windows version, it's got this thing called Copilot in there. It's like an AI kind of thing, or it's like an assistant thing. Do you remember Clippy?
Yeah.
I hated Clippy. Clippy is like an assistant thing, and it didn't really work. You just try to always click and make it go away. But anyway, I guess it is like deeply integrated into the system, into the OS. So a lot of people are really unhappy with that.
Why?
It's too built in.
Oh.
For various reasons, like maybe it pops up when you don't want it to, or you feel like you're getting spied on, or just people don't want it integrated that much.
Actually, I did cover my, laptop, the
Oh.
webcam.
For real? No, it's real. It's real because especially in this day and age with this whole AI agent stuff, people are automating so much of their lives. I mean, these days, if you're going to give the AI agent control of your hardware, then they have your camera, and then someone could just easily
Not
hack
just camera,
that.
sometimes it's somehow when just I don't know if they're spying us or not, but it probably does. When we just talk about it, something, when I open the, web browser, they start showing the advertising.
Yeah, anyone who's ever internet, like, yeah, for reals. Every time you look for a particular product,
And product or we are just talking about vacation stuff, they start showing the, how about there, how about there.
AG always says that every time she goes to Instagram. I'm like, oh, is that a new store? No, it just popped up because I was searching for that. I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess we're buying new shirts today, right? But it does that. So they're certainly spying on you in different ways. So I don't think people like that. And with
so
stuff,
actually in Korea, there was issue that we are using Kakao, like WhatsApp.
Yeah. It's like a messaging service in Korea.
Yeah, so they're gonna update.
Okay.
But then we have to share all the information in the message app.
To update.
Yeah, after.
So there's no privacy in these things
I
anymore?
don't think so anymore. So some people could using the Kakao and just search for other messenger app.
Okay, so to be fair, and we have to talk about this stuff in an honest way, people are so used to free services, right? Like WhatsApp, Kakao, we use Kakao, it's the same idea, or Facebook or whatever. Like they just assume that email's free, all this stuff is free, but like a company can't just provide you a service. They got to make money somehow. And then how they do it is they look at all your messages and they sell you stuff, whatever you're talking about, right? It's like if I tell my friend, hey, what do you want to do on Friday night? And then suddenly you start getting like all these, ads for stuff to do on Friday night. I mean, it's that kind of stuff. So there's that. The other thing that's going on, which is really big, is Anthropic. They keep making announcements. It's like every couple hours now that they got a new partnership. Like it's every couple hours. What's that?
So they're the leading company right now?
Apparently so, and I even think the government is even sort of like officially announcing that they're the leading company. If you don't know, Hegseth and the Pentagon, they're in a fight with Anthropic because they want to use Anthropic for the military, basically. There's two main things that Anthropic doesn't want to do. Do you know what they are?
I don't know.
So one, basically spy on people. They don't want to be involved with that. And then the other one is making machines that can kill people without any human involvement, like basically Terminator robots is basically what it is. So they don't want to be involved with that kind of stuff.
I think Anthropic that's why they're starting the company because they didn't want to do when they were in the OpenAI, they didn't want those kind of stuff, like using people's information. Right. But now government kind of forced them. Yeah.
So Hegseth, he's been threatening to use, I think they call it I want to say it's War Powers Act or something. I can't remember the exact name of but it's anyway. We have a law from like 1950, actually from the Korean War, that basically is kind of like if there's a national emergency, the government can speed this stuff along or whatever. But if you want to take like the aggressive point, it'd be like the government can force you to do stuff. You have to participate for national security. It's kind of it's a whole thing's a really bizarre thing, and if you don't do it, they'll also declare you the phrase a supply chain risk. And normally you would only do this with like foreign companies, not like a domestic company. And then the news today was the Pentagon then called up Boeing, which is a big company. They called up Lockheed Martin, another big company, and it's like basically asking them, do you work with Anthropic? So what they're doing is they're calling people they have contracts with and kind of getting a sense of like who to cut off or who to threaten to like, you got to cut off Anthropic. I think a lot of this stuff is driven by Elon Musk, to be frank.
Oh, because he wants to steal their technology.
It could. I wouldn't put past him because the drunk guy, Hegseth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran. I showed you the commercial with Elon Musk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Hegseth and Musk did it was basically a TV commercial for Musk because it was really weird, a promo, and they're like, oh, Musk is like the greatest entrepreneur in history or whatever.
Yeah, then why don't you just grow?
Yeah. So seriously, the Pentagon like really, really wants to use Anthropic's Claude or whatever they're doing and kind of force them to do it. So that's the news, and they got till Friday. And other people are saying this is the best PR for the CEO. because it's like on the news every day, and then you're trying to position yourself as being more the like more good AI company, right? So
I see.
so use it for PR.
Oh yeah.
And if you resist, then maybe you get more customers possibly, right?
Oh yeah, I trust you. You know, you're not gonna sell my information to anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't say any of these necessarily are good
Yeah.
because you know, seriously, for anyone who chats in this stuff, and we've used this stuff as well, because you ask it questions, it's just basically like a really, really good Google. And
plus,
what's that?
I don't know, I don't know you,
that?
but people are using very personal,
Yeah, very personal, very personal stuff. So it could be any number of things, and the question is, and that's the joke that they made in the Super Bowl commercials was like, for example, if you want to, they use the example of lifting weights, and you're asking your AI chatbot, help me get a weightlifting program or whatever, and then they start selling you vitamins. You're just like, wait, what? I want help with lifting weights, but you get how they would make the connection to a product that they sell. The other thing that's going on also, this is actually a really big one, is how are actually people using this stuff, out there? Because this the whole thing is based on someone has to be willing to pay for your AI service. So we watched a few of these things. What did you see in what we watched?
People start making their own little company, I guess.
Yeah, and they have like, I don't know, how many was it? How many did one guy have? It was like 10 bots maybe or something like that?
Yeah, more than 10 that I remember.
Yeah, so how they structure these things, you have like your ChatGPT or your Gemini or OpenClaw is like kind of your top.
Like vice president.
Yeah, if you want to call it that. And then you got a bunch of like the OpenClaw things as being like dedicated to a specific task. What it appears to me right now, and we looked at some of these, a lot of these people are making basically AI, we call it slop channel or garbage channel on YouTube. And it was interesting, the one we saw, he's like, oh yeah, I post to X, I post to Instagram, I post to
YouTube. Yeah,
And then Yeji's first question was, what was your first question on this stuff?
I'd like to check their work.
Yeah, and so then we checked, and what did we find?
No one's watching it.
Well, it wasn't just no one was watching. A lot of at least what we saw, because he could have another channel we don't know about, okay? But at least what we saw, it was like a lot of how to get rich content. So he's making content about how to use OpenClaw, saying that OpenClaw is making him rich. So it's like selling classes kind of, right? And it was interesting, we watched another guy who was related to the first guy, and he's been doing this for like 250 days or whatever. We saw it on Instagram. And Yeji said something really funny about the guy's face.
Oh, no, I was meant to be other guy.
No, the second guy, you said you don't want to see his face again. That's literally what you said.
Oh, yeah. Because, when you open his page, it's too much his face.
Yeah. So, I don't want to show the guy's face, but basically what it was is he, on his Instagram, he had like a number. It was on 257 or something, and it has his face. The next one was 256, his face. And the idea is that he was claiming he's going to make $100,000 a month, and he started from day one. So he actually been posting every day for almost a year now. What's that?
How can I say? He at least trying to post every day, make film video every day. He's trying.
Yeah, but that's the point though, is like, what are people doing? And it was really interesting in the beginning. He came across as like a normal guy. I literally told you, like, wow, this guy's like a friendly guy, and he lives in Vietnam. He's from the UK. He's like a young kid. He's like 22, 23. The reason why it's important to mention who these people are is because like our community is kind of old or older. I'm 50 if you guys don't know, actually almost 51 now. But sometimes they'll be like, who's using this stuff, right? But if you go to the younger channels, this stuff is really hot right now. Like everyone's talking about it. And then these companies, Anthropic and OpenAI and all this stuff, they're talking to this younger audience, for users. And then they're also talking to CEO audience. Like there's people out there who have different reasons for why, they're using it.
I think it reminds me when the drop shipping.
Oh, the drop shipping craze?
Yeah.
Is the same kind of idea, is that. I think the technology is real in the sense that there will be uses for this stuff, but maybe not necessarily in the way that people are thinking it's going to change their life like overnight and you're all going to be rich. It's the same with also with like any other tech, be it railroads or the internet or canals or whatever. People are going to overbuild this stuff. right?
Because it's new, so no one really knows.
Yeah. And so you're thinking there's a bunch of money to be made, so I'm just gonna just build as much of this stuff as I can, while there's there. And eventually, though, because you mentioned the car situation in China, what happened with that?
So they used to have like over 200, more than that,
Of what kind of cars?
the EV car
Right,
company,
right.
but now only few left.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It was the same in the dot-com bubble. We had a bunch of like internet companies, sprout up, and now there's just not that many anymore. And in fact, we actually have a problem. Here's our problem in the USA. It's the same in Korea. It's just too many companies are buying up companies, and we're getting actually too few companies. So Anthropic, they just made another announcement. They just bought another company. It was like, hey, we got money. We'll just go buy companies. So I know we talk about a lot on this particular episode, but I just want to give you a sense of what's going on as we track the AI craze every day. And it's actually interesting because it is moving fast.
Too many news
Yeah,
today.
yeah. Every day that's always like, hey, we can do this now, and now we have this partnership and stuff like that. So that's what's going on. I'd like to hear your thoughts, and we'll catch you on the next video. So bye.